but further than we've ever been. Your eyes avoid the truth we know. As silence settles in, I feel your hand begin to slip, like you've already said goodbye. We're kissing the end of us, with lips that used to feel like home, holding on for one last touch before we face this on our own. We're kissing the end of us, trying not to fall apart, and letting go so carefully of everything we are. We talk in circles late at night, like words could change our fate. But every pause between our lines makes it harder to stay. I search your face for something real, but you're already gone inside. We're kissing the end of us, with lips that used to feel like home, holding on for one last touch before we face this on our own. We're kissing the end of us, trying not to fall apart, letting go so carefully of everything we are. Maybe love just reaches limits, even when the feeling's true. Some goodbyes don't come with anger, just a quiet loss of you. We're kissing the end of us, no blame left to defend. I'll carry what we shared with grace, as this chapter comes to end. We're kissing the end of us, with tears we'd never show. I loved you in the best I could, and now I let you go. One last breath, then silence. You stood right there beside me, yet felt so far away. Your eyes no longer searched for mine, like they did yesterday. yesterday. I felt the change without a sound. Before you turned around, the way your heart let go without a warning sign. You left me holding words you never said were mine. The way your heart let go, so calm, so cold, so slow. I stayed while you moved on. That's the way your heart let go. I replay every moment, trying to understand how love slipped through our hands, like it was never planned. I reached for what we used to be, but you were already free. The way your heart let go without a warning sign. You left me holding words you never said were mine. The way your heart let go, so calm, so cold, so slow. I stayed while you moved on. That's the way your heart let go. Maybe love was tired, maybe hearts can change. Believing without a reason still hurts the same. The way your heart let go still lives inside of me. I'm learning how to breathe again with what you left behind. The way your heart let go, I'll carry then release. Not every love can stay, but every loss still speaks. I watched you walk away quietly. We talked about tomorrow like it was already ours. Every promise felt so certain, every dream felt close, not far. I believed in every word, the way you held my hand. We almost meant everything, we were close but not enough. I gave you all my heart, you gave me half your love. We almost meant everything, but something slipped away. We stood right on the edge, then watched it fade away. I still remember quiet nights when your eyes said you would stay, but doubt was growing inside. between the things we couldn't say. I waited for you to choose what I had already done. We almost meant everything. We were close but not enough. I gave you all my heart. You gave me half your love. We almost meant everything, but something slipped away. We stood right on the edge, then watched it fade away. Maybe love was not the problem. Maybe timing wasn't kind. Two hearts moving differently at the same place in time. We almost meant everything, and that's the hardest truth. I don't regret the love I gave or falling into you. We almost meant everything, and though we didn't last, I'll keep the part of you that felt like home back then. We almost had it all. Started out with gentle hands and words we fully meant. Every smile felt honest then, before the change was sent. I felt the silence growing near when your eyes turned away. This is love that learned to hurt. After giving all it could, I held on with all my heart, longer than I should. This is love that learned to hurt. From believing every word, I stayed when you pulled back. That's how the pain was earned. You spoke of hope so carefully, like it might fall apart. I tried to keep us standing strong, while doubt crept through your heart. I gave you space, I gave you time, but still you chose to leave. This is love that learned to hurt. After giving all it could, I held on with all my heart, longer than I should. This is love that learned to hurt. From believing every word, I stayed when you pulled back. didn't crash, we slowly bent, like old guitars with strings half spent. Every touch still felt like fire, but something cooled beneath desire. We talked it out in quiet tones, built careful truths on fragile bones. No broken glass, no slamming doors, just silent storms behind closed doors. We mastered how to play it safe, while love was drifting out of place. Every I'm fine we let it be was just a softer tragedy. The way you love me still echoes through empty rooms and radio. No bitter fight, no final scene, just spaces growing in between. We held on just enough to try, but not enough to ask us why. Some loves don't end with dramatic shows. The way you love me still echoes. We stayed inside the almost right, afraid to lose, afraid to fight. We called it calm, we called it grace, while distance slowly took your place. Your hand in mine felt less intense, like memory more than present tense. We kissed like it was understood, and told ourselves that we were good. Not every scar is meant to show. Some bleed in ways we'll never know. We chose the peace, we chose control, while letting go without parole. The way you love me still echoes in midnight drives and afterglow. We said we're fine so casually, while breaking down so quietly. No blame to claim, no truth opposed, just hearts too tired to hold. Some endings come in gentle throes. The way you loved me still echoes. If love is strong, it can fade slow, without a scream, without a blow. Some goodbyes don't slam the door, they whisper less and less once more. And maybe someday we'll admit we felt it slipping bit by bit. We didn't lose, we let it go. Too soft to fight, too proud to show. The way you love me still echoes in faded lights and after shows. Still warm, still kind, still close to me. A love that ended tenderly. And if we meet on different roads with wiser hearts and lighter loads, we'll understand what we both
walked away without a sound. No crashing hearts, no breaking down. Your shadow lingered by the door, but something stayed here like before. The walls still breathe your quiet grace. Your memory fills the empty space. I stand alone, yet still I feel a love that time could never steal. You took your keys, you took your light, but left your echo in the night. Every whisper, every glance still lingers like a second chance. Where your name lives in my silence, in the stillness and the distance. Every tear, every defense falls away in your absence. I learned to live with what remains, not what we lost, not who to blame. Some hearts ache but don't erase where your name lives in my silence. I moved the chair, I changed the frame, tried to rearrange the pain, but in the quiet of the room, your presence hums a softer tune. I smile now, I face the day, but there's a part that doesn't fade. I don't chase what time has taken, I let the quiet stay unshaken. Not every goodbye ends the flame, some just whisper out your name. I don't beg for what was mine, I just read between the lines. Where your name lives in my silence, like a prayer without defiance. Soft and low in self-defense, beating slow in my chest. You moved on, the world moved fast, but some things weren't built to pass. It stayed behind beyond pretense, where your name lives in my silence. If love had hands, it wouldn't fall. It writes its name upon the wall. Some feelings never truly fade, they live in quiet, unafraid. And if you ever think of me in spaces no one else can see, know somewhere deep and intense, where your name lives in my silence. Where your name lives in my silence. Through every tear I never spent, I learned that love is permanent. Where your name lives in my silence. And if this ache is heaven sent, for loving you without defense, I'll hold it close without pretense. Where your name lives in my silence. Some love stays strong,
hear the quiet call your name. In moments I can't explain, every place still feels the same. Since you walked out of my days, I tried to silence every thought, but memories won't fade away. Your name still remains in every breath I take. I tried to move forward, but my heart still hesitates. Your name still remains, no matter how I pretend. I let you go from my life, but not from who I am. I see your face in passing time, in words I never say. I learned how to smile again, but something feels misplaced. I told myself I'd be okay, but truth keeps finding me. Your name still remains in every breath I take. I tried to move forward, but my heart still hesitates. Your name still remains, no matter how I pretend. I let you go from my life, but not from who I am. Maybe love doesn't disappear when two hearts choose to part. Some feelings stay unfinished, living quietly in the heart. Your name still remains through every changing day. I don't regret the love we shared or the price I had to pay. Your name still remains as I learn to let you go. I carry what we used to be while walking on alone. I whisper your name one last time. Promised me a lifetime, spoken softly in the dark. I believed every word you said and held it in my heart. I built my days around your truth, not knowing it would fall apart. If always was a lie, then what were we holding on to? I gave you all of me, believing every vow was true. If always was a lie, then love was never safe to stay. I'm left with all slip right through your hands. You looked at me with honest eyes, yet somehow hid your doubt. If always was a lie, then what were we holding on to? I gave you all of me, believing every vow was true. If always was a lie, then love was never safe to stay. I'm left with all these memories while you walked away. Maybe love was meant to teach, not meant to last so long, but it still hurts to realize I was right and you were gone. If always was a lie, I'll learn to let you go. I won't regret the love I gave or the pain I came to know. If always was a lie, then truth will find me someday. I'll walk ahead with open eyes and face another day. I breathe out and move on.
I gave you mornings full of hope and nights where I stayed awake. I built my world around your name. Every choice I made, while moments passed so easily, my heart stayed where you were. I loved you more than time, more than days that slipped away, more than all the words I never found the strength to say. I loved you more than time, and now I'm learning how to heal. You moved on with your life while I stayed with what I feel. I watched you change so quietly, like I was not aware. You smiled as if nothing was wrong, while distance filled the air. I held on longer than I should, believing you might stay. I loved you more than time, more than days that slipped away, more than all the words I never found the strength to say. I loved you more than time, and now I'm learning how to heal. You moved on with your life while I stayed with what I feel. Maybe love was never equal, maybe hearts don't feel the same, but I gave you all I had without regret or shame. I loved you more than time, more than moments meant to last. I won't erase what we once were or the beauty of our past. I loved you more than time, and though you're gone from view, I walk ahead a little stronger, knowing what I gave was true. I let you go, but not the love
saying almost nothing, trying hard to be so strong. Your eyes were calm but filled with meaning, like you knew where we went wrong. I felt your hand grow lighter as you slowly stepped away. Even goodbye still feels like love in the way you said my name. I let you go with shaking hands, but my heart stayed the same. Even goodbye still feels like love, though this moment tears us apart. You walked away from my life, but not away from my heart. I replay every quiet second, every truth we couldn't face. You smiled like you were certain, while I tried to keep my place. I wanted words to change your mind, but silence spoke enough. Even goodbye still feels like love in the way you said my name. I let you go with shaking hands, but my heart stayed the same. Even goodbye still feels like love, though this moment tears us apart. You walked away from my life, but not away from my heart. Maybe love does not disappear when two hearts choose to part. Some feelings stay unfinished, living quietly in the dark. Even goodbye still feels like love in every breath I take. I won't regret the love we shared or the choices that we made. Even goodbye still feels like love. As I learn to stand alone, I release you with respect and carry what we've known. I whisper goodbye with love still there. The room is quiet once again. Your song still plays inside my mind. I move alone across the floor with moments we left behind. Every step feels just like you, standing close though you're not here. I'm dancing with a memory of you, holding on to what remains. Every turn brings back your touch, every move recalls the pain. I'm dancing with like something I can almost reach. I close my eyes and feel you near, though distance stands between. I trace your name with every breath, trying not to fall apart. I'm dancing with the memory of you, holding on to what remains. Every turn brings back your touch, every move recalls the pain. I'm dancing with the memory of you, in the silence we once knew. Maybe time will teach my heart how to move without your face. But tonight I stay right here, in this slow and tender place. I'm dancing with the memory of you, until the music fades away. I won't deny the love we had, or the price I had to pay. I'm dancing with the memory of you, learning how to let you go. The song ends, I stand alone.
In every dawn of different skies, I'd recognize you in your eyes. Through foreign streets and shifting time, your heart would always answer mine. In crowded worlds we'd stand as one, like two old souls just coming home. No grand hello, no grand design, just fate repeating you and I loved you in every lifetime. No matter where the years would turn, through every loss and every burn, every world felt safe and right when I was standing by your side. I loved you in every lifetime, through ancient stars and borrowed time. No matter who we had to be, your soul kept finding me. Even when the night ran cold, your touch was all I'd ever know. Some loves outlive the climb. I loved you in every lifetime. Maybe we danced in old cafes, or held our breath on wedding days. Maybe we fought the distant wars, or waited on forgotten shores. Different stories, different names, every age, in every place. I'd know the kindness in your face. We never needed reasons why. Some truths are written in the sky. Every whisper seemed to say, I found you once, I'll find you always. I loved you in every lifetime. Through fragile years and shifting tides, no fear of fate, no need to hide. Just steady love that never changed. Across the joy and across the pain, I loved you in every lifetime. Through every mountain left to climb, when history would redraw the line, your hand would still reach out for mine. Even when the worlds collide and tear apart what we design, some loves outlive all time. I loved you in every lifetime. If one day we are torn apart, in another age I'll feel your heart. Not every love is bound by now. Some are forever somehow. And even if the stars all fade and every memory drifts away, there's one truth that will remain. Love like ours won't end in vain. I loved you in every lifetime. Through growing old and through first light, no final page, no last goodbye, just endless turns of you and I. And if the world forgets our names, or time decides to rearrange, I'll still hear your heart in mine. I loved you in every lifetime, forever and always. Every lifetime. You packed your words in silence, like they weighed too much to say. I watched you turn your back on us and slowly walk away. I felt the room grow colder when your hand slipped out of mine. I stayed when you left, holding all we used to be. I stayed with the questions you never answered for me. I stayed when you left, trying hard to understand why I was still believing when you already had a plan. Your name was on my breathing, every moment of the day. I kept your side of every promise, even after you were gone. I told myself you might return, though deep inside I knew I stayed when you left,
told him to smile, you'll try to rise. A wolf that never failed to nice. And what do things we didn't make? Hats from far away for sale. You don't support our theory. What's the word to all of you? And I told you, girl, I love you. Knew the words could ever stay. You're my lightest time to shadows. Reason I'm still fighting the wars. Though I heard my keyboard say, laughing makes me find we grow. Devil, if I read me, you'll always work me to roll. And now it's coming back, my memories. I had to talk to you to lady. And everything I'm overholding you is ever searching for my heart. The swept you warm and every bar in Bella with you running on the streets. And I told you that I love you. Know the world's been ever scared. talk in quiet tones about the life we try to build. Your words felt strong upon my heart. I trusted every vow you spilled. But something changed without a sound, and I felt distance settling in. Where our promises ended is where I'm standing now, holding all the things we said but never lived somehow. Where our promises ended, you chose to let them go. I stayed behind with all the truth you no longer wanted to know. I watched you pull your hand away, like it was never meant for mine. You smiled as if you felt at peace, while I was losing time. I searched your eyes for honesty, but you had already gone. Where our promises ended is where I'm standing now, holding all the things we said but never lived somehow. Where our promises ended, you chose to let them go. I stayed behind with all the truth you no longer wanted to know. Maybe words are easy when hearts are still unsure, but love asks more than speaking. It asks us to endure. Where our promises ended, I learned to face the truth. Not every love can carry what we once dreamed it would. Where our promises ended, I leave the past behind. I won't forget what we once shared, but I'll be just fine. I'll walk away a little wiser now.
We sit in silence once again, so close yet far apart. Your eyes avoid the truth we know, but I still feel your heart. I hear the doubts you never say in every breath you take. Still holding on to us, even when the feeling fades. I believe there's something left that time has not erased. Still holding on to us, though the road feels cold and rough. You're letting go of everything, but I'm to